Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. So let's start with setting up our Next.js application along with Tailwind. I'll be using some skills that I have preset on my cursor. Set up Next.js app router with Tailwind and TypeScript application for SprintZero Studios, an agency who delivers MVPs in just 72 hours. Let's go. Okay, till that time, I'll give you some little bit of context. So what we are doing, uh, I wanted to build the site for my agency, my MVP building agency for quite some time. And my studio is or agency is called SprintZero Studios. We take on sprints in every month, 3 to 4 sprints in every month, and in those sprints we deliver MVPs for our customers in 72 hours. And how I'm gonna build it today is completely with the help of AI. I'm gonna be using Claude design for designs and for mockups for UI, and I'm gonna be using a cursor for building the whole thing up. Okay. Yeah. So till the time this is getting set up, I'll just write my prompt for Claude and get the Claude design stuff started. What we'll be doing in the whole stuff is what we'll be doing in this whole video is 5 things. This whole video will be divided into 5 steps. First would be setting up the brand artifacts, what the typography should be of the whole website, the color schema, the design system, what kind of components we'll be using and stuff. That is one. Second would be building the pieces. What all kind of animation, what all kind of interaction do we need? Do we need some kind of special UI components that we're gonna pick from other websites, or are we gonna build some kind of components that would look good on our website in-house? Okay, the third would be, where does everything gets built? Is it gonna be just desktop website or mobile? We're gonna be building a responsive website so that it's it would be sufficient for both mobile and desktop. And fourth would be building things section by section. So majorly the whole thing would be divided into 8 sections. First would be our hero card, where some information, major information, the tagline of our agency would be written. Second would be what are we building. Second section would be what are we building, or what do we do in SprintZero Studios. Third would be how do we work in a sprint. How do we get information from you and how do we deliver it to you. Fourth would be about our internal pipeline, that is Murmur. What I'll give you some context about Murmur. It's a agentic AI pipeline which takes in voice recording or an idea in terms of your voice on the and what we do is we transcribe that audio and get the exact idea that you want to build stuff around, and we put this transcription into our agentic pipeline. What this agentic pipeline will give you in under 5 to 6 minutes is, number one, uh, competitors. It will research the market and provide you with the competitors of something similar to your idea. Some second would be PRD generation. It would write the whole PRD for you for your product. Third would be brand artifacts. It would build you a brand kit saying what color schema would be best for your brand, what tagline you should be using, what should be the name of your product, what what typography you should be using. Fourth would be building the board. Building the board is the heaviest thing in that whole agentic pipeline. What we do in there is we write an engineering doc saying what all things we are going to build. We then design a roadmap. What should be done in V0, what should be done in V1, V2, and what are the things that we keep out of scope. Then what we do is we build a Confluence and a Jira space. In the Confluence space, you'll get 6 documents. One is about the product. Second is competitors. Third is branding, brand visuals. Fourth would be around your engineering deck. Fifth would be your roadmap. And sixth would be your references, where you can get the exact references from. Okay. Next step is the Jira board. What we do is we break down the entire product, the entire V0 of the product into epics and tasks. The first epic would always be engineering setup, that is your application setup. And then based on the features, we divide the whole application. And then this is all been provided in a Jira board, which you can access easily. Okay. So in under 5 minutes from just a voice recording, from just a recording of an audio, we provide you the entire project foundation. And then of course, using that project foundation, we build the whole thing in 72 hours, under 72 hours. The fifth would be what stack are we do we generally use? It's obviously Next, TypeScript, Tailwind that we have mentioned here in our setup. But then we use GSAP, we use Framer Motion, we use for animations, we use Supabase for your backend, for your database. We use similar for authentication, we use Supabase. And for your mails and stuff, we use Resend. So there's that. Sixth section would be around what did we recently build, our testimonials. Seventh, what is the general pricing? Now that we are launching it officially, the SprintZero Studios, we'll keep it simple. We'll just have a single payment or tier program, not complicated. give us an idea, and we'll build the MVP in under 72 hours. That would be our uh, tier of working. And the last would be footer. Okay. So yeah, let me just we have the setup with us. Let's just run it and see what's there already. So okay. So cursor actually built something on its own, and we are just gonna open it in a browser. Let me just open one. Localhost 2000. Yeah. So this is something that cursor built on its own. We didn't give it much of context other than that our agency ships MVP in 24 hours. So this is also insane that it actually built this much of the base, but of course we're gonna remove it all. Uh, so what I'll be doing first would be setting up my Claude, and I'll be showing you the Claude designs for that. I'll be giving context about what I'm gonna build to Claude, and also what are some hard rules, and what should be the visual direction. And basis on that, we'll be, as I said, we'll be dividing the whole thing into 4 stages. First would be brand foundation, second typography, third would be component system, fourth would be layout selections, skeletons, and the last would be building all the sections individually. Okay. Let me just open Claude Design. Here it is. And what we should be doing is what we'll be providing it brand foundation, okay, to our Claude Design. Providing you with brand foundation first. Pin this. Every design decision, check against it. Okay, meanwhile, this is setting up. I just noticed that we have an installed Framer Motion over here. So let's just ask it to install Framer Motion and clean up the current design or website that you have built. We will be building things from scratch. So let's keep it clean white slate. Done. As you can see, it has converted the whole, removed the whole website for us, and even installed Framer Motion. So that's that. Now just waiting for Claude design. Meanwhile, what we can do is also start writing the prompt for stage one, that is typography, color, and design tokens for our studio. And it would be very simple. I don't want it to be too much complicated or too much, extra. I just want it minimal. So we'll be keeping, yeah, we'll be keeping the typography as serif or monospace, and the color schemas would be, I think black and gold should look good. Um, yeah. So let's just paste our first prompt for stage one, that is typography, color, and design tokens. So for whenever you're building any website or stuff, uh, remember your base should be ready before you jump directly into building the website. Your base includes the stage one, that is typography, color, and design tokens. Then comes the components that you're going to build, all the variants of the component, be it even just button only, or a card, the hovering effect of the card, or a progress bar. You should have all of this sorted before jumping into the uh, website. And of course, the third stage comes as what? The third stage comes as the sections. What are you gonna build? What would be the whole website around? So, so as you can see, it has started giving us the typography, and this seems to be, yeah, serif, and this is enter. That's good. It's using Francis, Inter, and JetBrains Mono. Nice. These are the colors. You can see black and gold is what I gave, and these are the supporting colors for that. And this is actually looking good. Black, gold, and white. Once this is all generated, we'll be providing all of this to Cursor to set up our basic design system in the code base. So this is these are the spacing and radius. These are the buttons, basic and filled and outline. This is the token set for cursor. Why these choices? It has also explained itself ki why it's using these fonts and why not anything else. Okay, so what we are gonna do is we're gonna we just download this actually, and we're gonna give it back to Claude, saying that this is what we have received. And let's go. I'll also do one thing. I'll give it screenshots of the same. First is our typography. Second is color schema. Third is spacing and radius. Fourth bin our token set. That's all. We don't need to give. We have received the prompt from Claude for cursor, and yeah, let's just start with that. What we can do is we'll be going into plan mode, and we'll be tagging our front-end engineer and product designer, and we'll be pasting that prompt. The prompt says that these are all the files that we have to build. First is fonts, second is token, third is global.css, and fourth wing depth. What I should be doing is also copy pasting, sorry, screenshotting all of this and giving it to cursor for better context. Along with that, I'll also give it the HTML CSS file for better, for it to have the exact hex code for the colors and exact spacing. Let's go. Let's see it plan, and once it does, let me just get my stage 2, that is component building, prompt ready. So it has given us the stage one plan, the context, dependencies, what we need, GSAP and LNS, uh, file deliverables, fonts.ts, layout, globals, token, LNS, GSAP, components foundation, and token page. Okay, and it has also added some to-dos that it needs to be done, that needs to be done before we close this whole plan. So let's click on build locally, and meanwhile I'll just generate stage 2 prompt. Stage 2 prompt actually has the context of what we have built here in Claude design and what we are actually building in cursor. So it will give the accurate components prompt along with the right design tokens. Let's go ahead and paste stage 2 prompt till our cursor is building things for us, setting the design tokens for us. Once this is done, we'll probably come at the first stage and go through what stage 2 prompt has built us for in Cloud Design. Okay, so it has started designing and 9 components it is going to build for us along with hover states, and motion is also there. Some are there any tweaks? No, there are not no tweaks. So it also says that tokens are logged here, which is good. These are gonna be the buttons: default, hover, focus, disabled, and small. These are gonna be the post buttons that are the outline buttons. These are gonna be the inline CTAs and the normal book CTAs. So we can see that this that cursor has built us the whole token system, and it has given us all the files that needed to be built. You can see from here token.ts, phone.ts, even GSAP and in a setup. Okay, what we can do is we can actually see the whole thing. Let me just go back here. So it has also changed the background. It has auto applied those things. And see, it says preview tokens are tokens. So here is the whole thing, the color swatches and the card texture. Card. Okay. The typography is here. So yeah, let's just go back, go through our, what we should do is commit the whole thing right now. Let me just do that with add commit -m feed design token setup and git push. Okay. Ah, that sounds good. Let's go back to our components. Okay, it has built all the 9 components. First is button. We have already gone through the button. Second is card. These are the striped cards. Okay, and these are the hover motions. This is the hovered card, and this is mononeural card. Then we also have a CTA effect in the card. Okay, these are called feature cards over here. This is the hovered state. The progress bar. This is how the progress bar will look like. And yeah, section labels. This is how the sections would look like. And the navigation bar, SprintZero Studio. What we have built, how we work, pipeline. This is the selected state, and this is the CT on top. Okay, this is the brand strip. Like you can add the brands that you have built for over here, or you can also add all the tech stack that you use. This is call to action card, and this is input and toggle. If we'll ever give an input CTA saying that contact us, so you can add your email over here. This is the focus border accent. Okay, and this is a toggle. This is how the footer is gonna look like. SprintZero ID and rest of the links. Okay, nice. Okay, so we'll repeat the same thing. We'll just download this file and give it to our Claude so that it could verify if all of this is built nicely and correct. Let me also try to refine a little bit. I think there could be some things that should be refined. Okay, let me just do that first, and then we can come back to this. Meanwhile, I'll just check which all components should be fixed. Okay, let me just copy that prompt so that it could fix it. Here you go. So tokens are here. We can see a little bit of difference in the buttons. Cards are as it is. I wanted this to flicker. Nice. The color has been light. The glowy effect is good. Okay. So little bit things have been changed. I'll just download the spec and give it to Claude for it to verify. Along with that, I'll also add screenshots. Probably or no, let it be. Well, let me just open cursor and at least paste these designs over here. We'll go to plan mode and tokens in use over here. Buttons, cards, pipeline, section labels. Then comes our navigation or header, navigation bar or header, our branch strip. So there are some of the components which are interactive over here, and you must be thinking that how cursor is going to know that these are interactive or and not just static. So what we're going to do is also the spec that we downloaded from here, Claude Design, we're going to give it to cursor as well, like we did for the previous, for the stage tokens, for token stage. Yeah. Can just paste it as it is. And along with that, we're gonna give it to HTML spec and the prompt for cursor that Claude has written. Planet. Meanwhile, the stage 3, it is gonna be the skeletons for each section, the layout of the whole dashboard and sorry, desktop and mobile. So I'll just get the prompt for that. And we can see Claude has cursor has already given us the plan. The plan is we will be adding the unspecified specimens to the existing token library. Then here is the components list: button card, tool card, feature card, start card, timeline, section label, nav, footer, branch strip, CTA block, input, and toggle. And it will also give us a page to see all the components that have been built. It's similar to what Storybook does. Okay. So yeah, let's go. Let's build it. With this, the foundation will be logged in. Foundation being we have the design schema, we have the typography that we're going to use, we have the color schema for our product, we have also established the global styling that we're going to do and also have added it to our code base. Second thing, our components, what all components are going to be used across the website, across the marketing website. We have listed them down, and we've also built the UI mockups for those. And now what we're gonna do is build those components actually in code, and yeah, that should be all. What I wanted to do extra is, remember, we will not be using any other kind of styling. Always stick to Tailwind CSS. Remember dry principle. Never copy paste code. Always go for shareable components and custom hooks wherever is needed. And is there anything else that we should be worried about? Yeah, TypeScript. Once this is done, audit the whole application. Opens. Uh, Never use hard-coded styling if not necessary. Always add the thing to Tailwind config. Add the styling to Tailwind. Styling or token to Tailwind config. Okay. And once this is done, token the whole application right now. We're also gonna see the schema, the project structure that this has created. So you can see this is the app and this is the component section. This is the foundation. These are all the components that it has built. It has also created a single index entry file for the UI directory. And oh, this is the page. This is the layout. We have tokens page that we saw earlier, and now it's building us the components page. Okay. You can see there's no too much of libraries that we have added. It's just bare minimum. And yeah, this is done. Let me just start the audit while we go through the components page. If you see, it has also built this components, and it's the same. It has, I guess, it has. This is, see, there is a bug that we need to fix. Start a sprint. I filled color cities. Now the wrong text color. It should be white. Fix this. And apart from that, is there anything? It has also, oh, this is good. Nice. And do we have the our effects in our cards? Yes, we have. We do have. Hmm. This is nice. INR USD. Was this the same? Let's just do one audit from design also. Ah. This is fine. Oh my bad. The CTAs are not right. My bad. The CTA color is not, text color is not right. It's black. It's black. Stick to the design schema. Hmm. Yeah, everything seems fine. Okay. Once it fixes this, let's just look at the audit. Critical tailwind only, no parallel spaces system. Let's just not go that deep. Let's just go to ask mode. What are the outcomes or the conclusions of the audit that we just did? Hmm. Custom CSS component layer in this. Hardcoded values outside token or dry. No scene helper. Medium, what's fine. Fix or recommended. Yes. Let's just begin with the fixes then. Till the time it does the fixes, I'll just commit the changes once. With add, with commit, feed, component system. Push. And what's left? We have to jump to stage 3. We have the prompt with us. Let's just go back to Claude design then. Mm, Let's look at the plan that it has generated. Phase 1 extended token SOCT. This is nice. Shared primitives, great. Strip section 10 CSS, keep minimal globals. Okay. Phase 4 rebuild. Phase 5 preview plus 1, phase 6 verify. Let's just make sure that we don't hamper any kind of functionality and styling. Compare with the HTML spec files I shared with you earlier. Let me just add those two files again. Component should be fine, I guess, but okay, it's okay. Let's just build it. And we come back to our layout skeletons. It is getting built. We're just gonna wait for it to complete. Currently, it's sort of absurd. I highly doubt that due to token shortage, it might build something really bad. Okay, let's just wait. Designing. I'll just come back. Yeah, my bad. Back. So it has also all the order fixers, extended token and theme to the other component styling. Added CN. CN is used for class names for Tailwind specifically. Removed section 10 CSS classes, kept tokens, keyframes, and nice. Let's just verify if things are the same. Uh, Variable tokens. CSS seems to be the same. Components, yeah, seems to be the same again. Server effect, the Java effect is same. Mm, Even the glow effect is there. Strip is moving. This is the change that is gone now. Bottom is now missing post audit changes. Senior product designer, post audit changes. Fix this. Add in the HTML spec for the exact styling. Here you go. It should fix it, but let's wait. And what about the rest of the components? This seems fine. This seems fine. Uh, Rest of the things seem fine. So we can just move on, just wait for this to get fixed, and then move on to the skeletons. Okay. Let's just check the skeletons once. If this has been built correctly, not sure because the limit was about to reach. Hoping that it would fail, but no, it didn't fail. The global layout routes, responsive type scaling. This is actually very insane that it is using REM and not just pixel. REM is actually the responsive unit for font. This is good. Hero, wordmark, lengths for this is a navbar section label that is gonna be this thing. Fourth component that we showed this. Okay, and it's gonna be there in here. Then the display Excel, this thing, primary CTA, go CTA, and the brand mark. So we need the brand mark. Not sure. Do we need the brand mark? Okay, we'll figure out it later. Just add it somewhere in the notes. Uh, New file notes.md. So we need the brand mark in hero section. Did it fix the CTA glow? Let me just check again once. Yeah, it got fixed, so nice. I'll also do the commit for the audit. Audit is actually very much needed every 3 to 4 major commits so that your code base remains sane and you can actually read it if any bug or anything comes up that you have to do it on your own when your AI is hallucinating. Fix audit fixes. For this audit, we did 647 lines of insertions and over 697 lines of deletions. So yeah. What we build, section label, display, body lines, feature card, links, sprints, title, body. How do we work? Nice. The internal engine. Yeah, all right. These are just V0 things. Like we can always come back and improve these, but these are just skeletons. Once we have the V0 website ready, we'll obviously move forward and improve and start improving things. Design wise, UI wise, UX wise. Okay, seems nice for a V0. What I could have done better is remove that brand mark, and this all of this should be centralized, and these three CTS would be come under this, not CTS but info marks will come under this, and this whole thing would be centralized. Remove the brand mark. We don't need that. What we build, one engine, one card, delivery and autopilot. This is fine if we have enough content over here and a good feature card over here. Coming on to how we work, this is actually fine. Some more context would be great, like clicking on this would open a bigger info box. If not, just on hovering this on this stage, we have that info box. Internal engine, this is actually very badly designed. What should have been done would be something like a progress bar, where each of this step would have its own information. Yeah, along with how do we actually read the whole thing and how it actually helps us. This has the major potential, the internal engine. This is the murmur engine. This and this, how do we work? And the internal engine section, this we'll spend most of the time in. Recent builds seems same, stack seems same, pricing this, and yeah, pricing and CTA section we'll need, call to action section. Okay, so let me just download the HTML, give it back to the Vercel prompt. Sorry, Claude, so that we get our cursor prompt for this. Okay, the only issue from the skeletal seems to be the drift over here. We don't have stripe and linear or sentry. We can use sentry but not stripe or linear. Let's just add the prompt that we received from Claude, and along with that, the HTML file for skeletons design. Okay. Yeah, we did this like plan. No, we have to do all of this in plan mode so that we have the idea that what it is actually doing for us, and not just blindly trusting the AI ID. Yeah, this actually has a lot of improvements. This is gonna be a very plain V0, I think. We'll first work on, I just add it into the notes. Uh, V0 would be pretty basic as per the interact design and interactivity comes to the picture. V1 would be to improve the designs, of course. V2 would be to actually introduce framework, GSAP, scroll triggers, and interactive hero section, interactive cards. V3 would be taking inspiration from 10x or some other inspiration from 10x or other sites. So we have the build plan, stage 3 goal, non token layout constraints, responsive token flows, layout primitives, the section, the placeholder, lineage provider, the timeline. Okay, let's just build it. Meanwhile, let's get us the stage 4 prompt. That is the actual designs for all the sections. And that post that it would complete our V0. So under 2 hours, I don't think it's been 2 hours, but yeah, under 2 hours, we have our whole thing ready. Not the whole thing ready, but yeah, at least a V0 ready. And in this 2 hours, we'll also get it deployed to Vercel also. So yeah, it's a good win. But we'll from the skeletons I have seen, I think we'll have to do a lot of work in the V1 and V2 that we'll be continuing in the next sprint. Not the next sprint, but next stream. Yeah, enhancing the design or UI UX of our website. That should be the title of the next stream. Yeah, I have the prompt for section 1, that is our hero section for the whole thing. Meanwhile, the skeletons are getting ready. We can just generate the design for hero at least, and we'll go through that. I think hero section is developed before that. Okay, so this is the desktop one. I don't like this at all. This is very shitty. This should have been in the center, and these not the cards, just the text below these things. This is looking very bad. Yeah, this is giving really weird feeling. Shouldn't be developed. It's okay. We'll just have it and be zero, and maybe later we'll change it. Not maybe, but obviously we'll change it. Okay, our skeletons are also ready. Let's just go and see what we got for us. Okay, so these are the skeletons. So as I remember, I said every section would be of viewport height and viewport width, so that it's easier for us to do, scroll trigger. Headline placeholder, feature placeholder. This is available. This is not. This is available. Okay. And third will be 3 stages. Okay. This is not the right way. Uh, Started over here. Tagging my senior front end engineer. Shouldn't this be horizontal for desktop? Progress bar. Coming back to, okay, this is the build engine. See, these the cards what I was talking about. This is really bad. And even this progress bar, I don't think we should be going with progress bar. We should have gone with 3 cards. Tools we run. Okay. Mm, I am actually not happy with the design that it has provided us. This should come at the top. Two things for the brand strip should come in the hero section at the very bottom. Bottom. Second, this should be continuous. Continuous, or what do we say? infinite loop. Okay. Seems like we are done for the day as we have our limits, our Claude limit over. We'll probably finish this later tonight when I stream again. But till then, at least we'll fix a few things. See, this is fixed. It's still not really fixed. Let me just go back to components. Was it the same over there also? No, it wasn't. And if it wasn't here, let's go back to this. Why is there an extra? Why is there extra? Why is the line extra on both the ends? Should it start from the dots or stages? Let's just check the mobile too. Okay, there's input. Skeletons for mobile were also provided and this HTML spec file. Also providing you the screenshots. Let's, because this is the bigger one, let's plan this whole thing and then we'll build it. So two things for the branch strip. Is branch strip fixed? I will check. Let's go back to desktop view. Yeah, it's there, but it's still not infinite. Was it infinite on components? Think it was. I think it was. And the branch strip is not fixed yet. It's not infinite loop. are we not using the components? Build in okay, this is fixed. Nice. What remains is the this infinite thing and the mobile preview thing. Okay, I think we have covered quite a lot. We have done the tokens, we have built the components, and we've also built the skeletons, at least for desktop. Okay, so let's call it a day, and we'll come in the evening when we have the tokens again, and we'll build the rest of the content. We'll replace these skeletons with the content. Chalo. Whereas I'm also adding in the description my list for all the good websites where you can get components, 3D components, and different kind of templates and different kind of skills that is gonna help you with website building as a vibe coder. Okay, see ya.